There, it worked that time.
Hello, welcome to Country Stitchers.
Hello.
I'm Liz.
I'm Deb.
All day.
All day, every day.
Hello,
hello.
2 new mosquito bites from this morning. It is still summer, and we wanted to stitch. And the last time we got together to stitch, we just were selfish and stitched ourselves, and we didn't invite you. So we thought, well, we've been about, what, a little over a month maybe since we saw you. We thought we'd just spend a little time stitching and visiting, and a couple things to talk about.
Yes.
Not
So
the least
grab
of
your
which
stitching and hang out with us for a little bit.
And we're happy today because there's a break in the heat.
Yeah, it's beautiful now.
It has
so
been
pretty.
Oppressive, which I would imagine most people have had that kind of summer in our,
I think so.
in our country anyway.
I think so,
it's been
yeah.
really hot and humid.
Yeah. And stay tuned because we do have some goodies to share with you later.
You do?
I am going to work today on Isabella Sinclair 1827. I'm not sure, I forget who I was watching on Instagram, and someone tagged me and was working on this, and as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah. I love how sometimes you get excited just seeing someone else do something that, you know, you have already started, and this is it. It's a beautiful Scottish sampler. And I already have this entire bottom finished, so I'm working now on the alphabet, and it's just a lot of fun. So I will show you what I have. I'm working it on 40 count summer khaki Newcastle linen. And I'm gonna keep it in the hoop.
And she would actually have more to work on if I'd gotten her the thread that she asked me to bring.
Yeah. This is what I have so far. So the whole bottom's finished. And now I'm working on those really fun letters. 1 strand, and it's done with silk.
And these silks, we were on a retreat when we pulled these. Boy, that was funny because it was at a time where they had just had an event. So a lot of the threads were depleted when we went in to shop.
Yep.
Which, you know, we've been the people doing the depleting before, so we know how that works. And so we went back and forth.
Well, to me, that's just fun. Yeah.
All the different types of silk threads. We kept looking and looking and looking until we pulled the palette together. And it was just, it was funny.
So even though we don't have all the called for colors, I made sure that when we pick the colors, they do mimic, you know.
Very similar
to
very
the
original.
Similar. So these are all the colors. And it's a little bit of a brighter palette than I'm used to, but I really do enjoy it. I think it's very pretty. And the silks are like, are they all Gloriana? No, we have Silken Color, Gloriana, and then I have a Gentle Art in here. Yeah. So, a little bit of a mixture.
Yeah, we did. I don't know, did we both do that over dyed too? I think so. That was a substitution for something we couldn't find.
I don't know if you did or not, honestly. I'm not sure. I don't know if I stuck that in there.
I don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah, that.
I don't know.
We sat in a condo and divided up threads, and that was fun.
Yes. And you're working on your little mice.
I am working on my Stacy Nash.
She's so cute.
Animal cracker. And what's her name again? Bobbin.
Oh, that is her name, Bobbin?
Yep.
Okay. She's cute. Cute, cute, cute.
So,
let me see what you have so
far. I'm working away.
And what is this stitched on?
I am doing that, just a moment. Pretty sure I kept the same count. Yeah, so it's a 36, and I'm just using like a natural, not natural, excuse me, like a cream.
Okay.
I don't even think I bought that as a remnant. I just picked it out of the.
Oh, nice.
You know what? I
really
think that might
here.
be called. I think it might be called tea towel. Why does that stick in my mind? But I don't have the
name of it.
The slip with me.
She's cute. I like all her colors.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, Charlie. You probably hear Charlie going to town on his bone. He's loving it. You're loving it, aren't you, buddy?
He says, you stitch. Hi, Chuck.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah. I don't have it with me, but it's not an over-dyed fabric. And I just was looking for something in the remnants. We had been shopping for a while, and there were a lot of people buying fabric when we were there, and I had one in my hand that I liked, but it really didn't make a significant difference between the two. And so at the end, I said to Deb, I said, I'm just gonna put the bolt back, find a remnant.
Yeah.
And I grabbed this one, so.
That's fun. At Salty Yarns, they have all these baskets and they separate them into fabric count. And that is so nice to look through those sometimes, because like Liz said, it's fun to get little pieces, especially if you want to try something, you know, and just a different count or a different color that you've never used, or a different brand of fabric that you've never used, to see how much you like it. I like that they do that there. That's neat.
And it does make a difference for new stitchers if you're looking into trying different ground fabrics.
Yes.
It does make a difference between dyers, what the feel of the fabric is, what they use for theirs, and even how what their process is, I think influences it.
Yeah.
So at least it seems that way when you compare them.
I think so too. We have been very busy. Liz has gone a couple places. We've been away. Well, we've been away and then back and then away and then back. And you've brought the kids over to swim.
Yeah, we've had swim days.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of park days, but not many because it's just been so hot.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was best just to be in the pool.
Well, there were how many days we had alerts on weather and air quality because it was just so bad. And while I go out every day with Leroy and we're doing what I call our 2-a-days now. Kevin was in football, and anybody who's been in sports, and you know when the fall comes and they start their sports camps up, and the professionals do it too, all the 2-a-days where you go out early morning, kill yourself, go out late at night, kill yourself again.
Yep.
So I told Leroy, I said, buddy, we're going to 2-a-days because you're getting a little chubby. So we go out twice a day, and I use a scooter when I walk him, and he just goes right alongside, and he has come back so hot and tired sometimes, even on our short walks. So I'm still getting out with him. Then we play ball, but we wait till almost sundown before we go play ball.
Yeah.
But this last week has brought at least 2 really nice days back to back so far.
It's beautiful. You can kind of feel that fall is in the air. You know it's not going to be much longer.
Yep.
It just has that feel to it. And the sunsets, they always change when it gets closer to fall. Oh, they're just brilliant. Beautiful.
Were you by any chance watching last night?
Oh yeah, we were out there.
Oh my word, that was gorgeous.
It's been like the last few nights, my goodness, so pretty.
Well, and I'm not always walking him at the same time, so when we went out last night, it was just as the sun dipped below the horizon, and it was deep purples.
Yeah,
I
beautiful.
thought, oh my, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And we didn't see any deer last night. A couple nights we've seen deer between the 2 cornfields, but not last night. We went yesterday. I took the girls over to Leroy's UDS trainer. I forget what reference Laura used, but on my string or something like that, whatever connection she called it, because I'm on her team with Leroy. And she has a dog named Quincy, and Quince is an ambassador dog. They use him for demonstrations, and he's pretty much hers. But he has a condition, physical issue with his shoulder that kept him from becoming a service dog. Other than that, he's just the most awesome dog. And it's sad when they can't do something for a reason like that, you know? But he is just delightful, and he and Leroy were on each other the whole time, playing in the fenced-in area, and then even out in the yard a little bit they played. But he was so tired. Last night he slept the whole night and didn't even lift his head when Rick got out of bed at 7 o'clock. And I thought, ooh, now I need to remember that. I just wear him out every night.
In the winter, you're gonna have to get an indoor treadmill.
Do you know that that's what I did with Ivan?
Did you?
Yes, we had a treadmill. When I was able to use it, it was in the basement. And I would use the treadmill, and I had a TV down there. I I subscribed to the dog channel, and I would put him on the treadmill, and he was taught treadmills because they have one at UDS, and I would put him on there for 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
He would watch a dog channel show, which amounted to squirrels on a stump or dogs playing in a dog park, things like that that just kept their attention.
Yeah.
And he would watch and run on his treadmill.
Cute. I still think you got to put sleds or something on your scooter for winter because
Yes.
that'd be funny.
I told Deb the other day I was thinking about chains. That way I could go out in any condition. And then Deb said, no, sled. Then he can pull you. And I, oh, yeah.
Mush.
Go, Leroy, go.
Then we're all going to want to ride.
Yes.
Okay, Leroy.
Can you see the kids?
Yeah.
Pull us, pull us.
Oh, man.
They had a really nice day yesterday, too, because Lori has, and that was the whole purpose of the day, actually, was Lori has grandchildren, and she had 3 of hers yesterday.
Oh, nice. They got to play together?
They did. That was the point of it. And they have such a large open area on their property and like manicured, so they had to go quite a distance to get to the tree fort that they have down there at the back of their property. And I think the reason that wasn't appealing to mine was because it was such a long run down there. But they would go down, they went to the tree fort, and then they had a swing. I was going to ask you if you've ever seen them. It's like a large, for lack of a better description, like a large macrame.
Disc.
Yes.
Yes, they're so fun.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
So she has one of these hanging from her tree.
Yeah.
And all 4 kids could sit on it back to back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they have theirs very low to the ground, though, because they've got little grandchildren.
Okay.
So the only thing was I wasn't sure it was going to clear the ground once everybody hit it. But it did. It did. They were going back and forth on that for a while.
Yeah, that's so cute. They are really nice. We have a great tree up in the mountains, and we had my brother stuck a really, really, really long rope, and we had a nice tree swing, but it was just a piece of wood, you know, so we were thinking about maybe changing it and doing something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Especially with little ones coming along.
Because it's a huge sycamore tree, and I mean, you can really get swinging. It's nice. It's fun.
Now, is that the one out in the back right?
If you're looking at the back of the house, it'd be on the back left.
Oh, back left.
The
okay.
big sycamore, yeah.
Yep. I had to ask because I'm not a tree guru, so I didn't know which was which. But I do remember there's a pretty good sized tree out to the back right, too, but I don't know what that was. And then they have these things which they didn't put up, but Lori told me about them. They're straps with steps that you can put on a tree to make it a climbing tree, like you're rock climbing.
Okay.
I didn't see them, but those sounded cool too.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they had a basement full of Legos. I did hear about that. That'll always get everybody's fun.
Oh, yes.
Going at an all-time high. I don't think they spent too much time in the Lego department, though, because nobody came out with anything to show me. So
Okay.
usually when they create something, everybody has to see it.
Right. I've spent time getting the nursery ready upstairs, Logan's old room. It's so cute. And yes, I might do a little short video at some point and show you around. It's really cute. And I did save Logan's, I saved his trains because my dad collected those Thomas trains for him, like the wooden tracks. And I saved Legos and like his little Matchbox cars and you know, things like that, and Hess trucks. So I have all those up there. And I have McKenna's little table and chair set that my dad got her when she was 2. She turned 2. Just some, you know, cute things that were the kids. I have stuffed animals that were McKenna's that we had used to buy these stuffed animals by a man named Lou Rankin, and he just makes the cutest stuffed animals because their faces and their eyes are so sweet. And so I would buy those for her, and I saved all of those. So they're up there. It's just so cute. And Logan and Bree are expecting, so we're going to be grandparents again. So we are getting ready for a baby shower and all kinds of, life is just ticking away quick.
Leaps and bounds, huh?
Quick, quick, quick. Yes. Oh my goodness. Rhett is walking all over the place now. practically running.
He's such a cutie patootie.
He's a busy guy.
We start school
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, not next week. Next week's the last week of summer.
Oh.
And then the first day is the 26th.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we have this week of what I consider free time. Next week, a couple days, but then it's, do we have everything? Has everybody got their outfits? Everybody got their supplies?
Yeah.
We'll be back to packing book bags. And our world's changing too. We have 2 people working, so that leaves me in the afternoons and evenings with the little ones. My one older granddaughter will be around most of the time, but she'll be in school during the day, so it's going to be a little different. I'll have to, Pop and I'll have to be coordinating a little bit better about who's where when.
Yeah.
And
back into schedules. And,
yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm hoping, we didn't get to do a day trip that we wanted to do with the little ones yet this summer because we've had this heat hit, and it's like my dad used to say, extreme weather will automatically unveil extreme problems with your vehicles. It just happens. So if you put them under intense heat or you put them in intense cold, that's when you start to see if you have any problems. So this heat hit, sure enough, our brand new van, well, new to us, it's a used van. But when we got it in the spring, you might remember we were without it a month because the transmission went. They were very kind, they replaced that. That was not a problem. But now we have a cooling issue and the engine won't cool the way it should. So we looked into it. Rick did a couple things that he could manage at home, and it's fully functional now for us in the local area, but we wouldn't take it like on a long trip until we fix it. But it needs probably to have the radiator flushed, the heating core cleaned out, and then the oil cooler is the tricky part that needs replaced, but it's not a big deal. It just takes time. So we got that on the horizon, but because of that, we've only had one vehicle functional, which was the van, because the other vehicle is now getting body work done to it. And also, I think it needs a new water cooler. So it had a heat issue too. Anyway, when it rains, it pours. So we had both of those down at once. So that was tricky. Now we have one functional, and hopefully we'll get the other one running, and then life will be a little easier.
Yeah, that's hard.
But we are...
Oh, I knew that was going to happen.
Oh no, I heard that. We also need to find a vehicle, and that's always fun. So we need to get one for Carrie to have and use, and well, Carrie needs to get one, but we're trying to keep our eyes open. It's not hard to find a reliable local type of transportation. You just have to take the time to do it. Oh, shoot. I have had this mouse. I go one stitch past where I want to stop.
Oh, really?
So often. Just because I'm talking while I'm stitching. It's fun at guild retreats and things. There's certain stitchers that you don't hear talk at all. They're stitching. And they're also not frogging. You notice that? They pay attention. And there are those of us who stitch and then take everything out when we get back to the room and start over because we talk too much.
Oh, gosh. When I'm in class, that's how I am. I'm quiet because I like to concentrate and hear it all and be able to do it all. Yeah. Not this one. Well, her back table gets in trouble often.
It did. We did.
Oh, gosh. You ladies were carrying on.
I'm such a cut up. This is payback for being a rule follower when I was little. My turn.
Yeah. I can still remember being in kindergarten. I loved my kindergarten teacher. And one of my best friends at that time, her name is Beth, and we're still friends to this day, but she always started talking, right? Mm-hmm. Well, when the teacher saw us, though, it was me answering. Mm-hmm. And I always got in trouble. And I can still remember sitting there thinking, wait a minute. Why am I getting in trouble?
And did she smile, snicker, or did she feel mortified that you got in trouble?
Oh, she left.
Good friend. I think that was funny when... There was a young man who sat behind me. I know I've told you about him, but it was in 8th grade and I was in a parochial school. And he would put his feet up on my chair from under his desk. I mean, he wasn't putting them over. He just was long-legged. And he'd tip his desk back, pop his feet up on the back of my chair. And the teacher would see his feet behind my head. And he had big feet. He was tall. And she would look right at him, but it was like she was looking at me, like through me at him. And I remember how many times I would duck like this, just slow motion, to see if I could get out of her. Is it me? She's looking at. And I wouldn't notice his feet were there because I don't sit, you know, you don't sit back against your seat.
And you're thinking, what did I do wrong?
I know.
Why did she give me that dirty look?
Yes. And then she would say, Richard. And that's when I knew I was in the clear. That is not my name. He got in trouble so often that as soon as she said Richard, he'd mutter something, close his book, get up, walk straight to the principal's office. He didn't even wait for her to send him anymore. It was that often.
Oh, man.
Yep. In a way, that was part of the comical part of the whole thing, was just watching their dynamic. And it was made worse by the fact that his dad taught algebra to our class.
Really?
She was not a strong math person, or none. So his dad was on the board and volunteered to come help. And so he would show up every now and then when we were doing algebra.
Now, did he behave when his dad was there?
Oh, that was always fun to watch too.
Or did he put his feet up?
He challenged his dad.
Did he?
Yeah. And his dad would get flustered. And so he'd end up in Sister Armando's office while Dad was there. I mean, it just, yeah. Sometimes Sister Barbara would just stand right next to his desk for the whole time his dad was teaching.
Yeah.
Yep. It was, I'm telling you, that was the one thing. You never knew what the day would be like because it was always different. But his dad and him, I mean, I always hope they eventually got through that time in their lives. Mm-hmm. But I honestly believe that the reason his dad taught math was so his son didn't get expelled. Mm. That was always my theory. Dad's here because it makes the nuns happy and they keep his kid. And I was only in 8th grade and I put that picture together. So. For anybody
it takes a village, doesn't it?
It does. And I just put on my magnifying glasses, but if you've seen our videos, you know that when I stitch, I wear these most of the time. It keeps my eyes from straining, but these are called magna clips. You can Google that, find them anywhere, from an office supply store to a craft store. And they come in powers from 1 to 5. So they're great. I have every power they make. and a couple doubles. There is a weak point on them. This one, it hasn't happened to yet. But they put these little rivets on the lenses very close to the edge of the lens. And what will often break is this part here, for some reason, just fatigues and snaps out around one of the rivets that are there. But it doesn't affect my ability to use them. So some of mine have that, some of them don't. The only thing that affects my ability to use them is how many times I've dropped them on the face of the lens, in which case I might have another pair of that power. this little pelican gray color.
We are getting ready to take a family vacation to the Finger Lakes. I'm so excited. Everybody's gonna get to go.
Yep.
And you know the weather, like we looked ahead for the weather, it's only supposed to be like in the 70s.
I saw that. You guys would have to take some long sleeve tees and hoodies with you.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Because you know the morning and the evening then. Oh,
and when especially near the water.
And when you're on the lake.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. They're gonna get lots of fishing in. That'll be fun.
Now, is there a particular type of fish they go there for?
Probably.
Safe answer. I like that.
Lake trout, definitely.
Okay. I know right now Kevin's just pulling up everything from bass and crappie and sunfish and, well, largemouth bass where he is. But I know they have a lot of walleye up where he is too in that area that people like to catch. And I didn't know if that was...
I think maybe that is what Bree caught last year. She caught a really nice one.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Did you guys eat it?
No. No, we put it back.
Okay. The walleye that you can get in the restaurants up in Minnesota. It's the first time I had it, was visiting Kevin, and it was, they called them fingers. They were just, you know, strips of walleye breaded and fried.
Oh, okay.
Oh, were they
like fish
delicious? Yes, only imagine them not being like recombined fish.
Yes.
You know, not pressed.
Yes.
Just big strips of fresh fish meat. Oh, they were delicious.
Oh my gosh. The other night I made fresh flounder because Matt, Connor, and Logan went flounder fishing the other weekend, and oh, so good. Yummy, yummy.
I think Rick had tilapia last night. We went out to the diner, and I think that's what he had.
Okay.
They had it as a special.
We're gonna do a seafood boil when we're up there.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Fun. You taking your own corn, or you're gonna get it up there?
I'm gonna get it there.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, we're not gonna do the corn in with it.
Okay.
Nobody really cares for. I am gonna do corn, but I'll do it separate.
Okay.
But we're gonna do shrimp, crab, sausage, and chicken. Oh, and potatoes.
And you boil the shellfish with your land meat? I've never seen that done.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen what they called a lobster boil up in Maine, where they did the lobster, the corn, the potatoes.
Yeah, I am going to do the corn separate though. Oh gosh, never saw that.
I was trying. There was something else in it. Maybe not. Maybe it's just.
I don't know.
Anyway, it was what they called a New England lobster boil, and that was what they did for our GH Bass employee picnic. I think it was.
Yeah, and then McKenna will make some cornbread to go with it, and they have a nice outdoor area at this place we're renting. So
now, when you do that, do you actually put your pot out on a fire and put it in a big kettle?
Yeah, we're taking that along. Connor's he's in charge of that. So
make it so.
Everybody has dinner one night, like me, Bree, McKenna, and then Jerry, my sister-in-law. So that'll be 4 nights, but you're only responsible for one, which is nice. And then you can either have leftovers or just go out, or, you know, and we don't all have to be doing the same thing, which is nice.
Yep.
So I told McKenna that her and Connor really should go to that state park where the waterfall is, because it's so pretty. And she's never been up there. She's never been to New York. Watkins Glen, that's what it is. Oh, that waterfall is so pretty. I said, well, we'll babysit Rhett when you guys want to go that day, because it's too dangerous to have him there.
Is it a difficult hike, or? Well,
you're right. You seriously are on natural steps cut out of the stone right next to the waterfall.
Oh.
I mean, it is.
You're climbing alongside the
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were going up to where you could see it. I didn't realize you were. Okay.
And the steps get wet and they get slippery.
Yes.
And I mean, you really, really, really do want to be careful. So I don't even think they allow children under a certain age on that that hike.
Yeah.
You can go to Watkins Glen and there's all kinds of trails. But on that one, you're not allowed to have your animal with you, nothing, which makes sense because,
yeah.
Be careful. But it's beautiful.
Oh, let's talk old.
Old?
Yeah, I had a birthday.
You're not old.
I don't want birthdays anymore. I just want to have another day. No. Everybody complains about them, to their birthdays. They don't change anything. But Deb got me something fun.
Oh, the book.
Yeah, she got me this year's cross-stitch Christmas book. So we were looking at it. I said, I want to show them some of these. So there's some of my ones that I looked at, and then Deb pulled some. So this one, oh wait, I went too far. Hold on, I'm interrupting your stitching.
No, you're fine.
I need her arms. This one we talked about, this would be cute. And it might bring back some memories for those of you who remember the Leisure Arts time frame. These remind me of Leisure Arts. With the border on them. They had a series like that one time in their books, but the jar over there, the Christmas cookie jar, is really
I think
adorable.
That's cute. That would look good in Liz's kitchen.
And I was reminded of the Christmas cookie pattern by Vicki Hastings, the cross-eyed cricket one that I have, and I was looking at that the other day, by the way, when I was going through patterns. I thought, oh my gosh, and it's such a quick stitch, and it's just so cute.
Oh.
This one's really cute too.
Yes.
Deb likes this one.
Yeah, there's a lot of cute ones in this book. We'll just show you a couple.
The border up at the top with the trim is such an easy thing if you're, looking for a quick gift or you just want to do something fun for your kitchen.
And we both thought this stocking was super cute because you could do it very small and you could put it in the kitchen somewhere. Liz and I were talking about you could just put like some wooden spoons coming out the top of it. Instead of using it as an actual,
Christmas stocking
on the hearth.
Yeah,
it's so cute with all the Christmas goodies on there.
And that stocking may remind you, the Keepsakes calendar one year that Deb and I referenced a couple patterns in had a stocking that had birds on it. Do you remember that? And it was the same design, like these kinds of divisions. Okay. But remember, it had those different birds on it.
I don't, but I'm sure
it was cute.
But yeah, I just think that is super cute. You can mess with the color of the fabric and everything. And then this one, Liz really likes a lot, and I do too. The colors are really pretty.
Yep. Simple little sampler. And that could be left up all year. It wouldn't matter in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I just like it. And I love that. I love the way they designed the tree.
I do too. I think that is really cool. Yeah. Even just doing, I mean, you could do, like you said, you can just take that apart. These are just super cute, these ornaments.
Yep. And we were talking too that anytime you have a sampler or anything like that, you can pull motifs off of it. You know who is really clever with that motif idea is Glendon Place. When you get the patterns, no, excuse me.
Oh, I know what you're
Rosewood
thinking.
Manor.
Rosewood Manor.
You get the patterns, and in the back, she'll take some of those motifs and then she'll do them a little bit differently. And you've got all these bonus pages in the back of her patterns.
Yeah.
I like those.
Yep, I do too. So if anybody's interested in that book, it is the Cross Stitch Christmas, A Festive Spirit. There's a lot of goodies in there.
And if you're looking for it, it's easy to find these at Hirschner's websites. Stevens Point, I think is the name of the community up in Wisconsin. All these places are kind of similarly located, Craftways and all those organizations up there. Keepsakes. That was my big outing a couple times.
Keepsakes?
Keepsakes is the name of the calendar.
Oh, I was like, wait, when did you go to Keepsakes?
Oh, no, not the.
And why do I not know about this?
Not that. No, no. I think we're waiting for a personal trip with Stacy, right?
Yeah.
Stacy should take us up there.
We get to hang out with some of our friends soon.
Yes.
We get to go to Louisa's house and stitch on her porch with some friends. Yeah. I'm gonna take this along so that I can show Pat, because Pat finished her beautiful sampler that she did for her family.
Yeah, we haven't seen several of those ladies for a while. We saw part of the group at the retreat. So it'd be fun to get back together because it's been, well, it's been almost a year since we were out their way.
Almost.
Oh, I forgot to say too, Leroy has been with me a year as of Sunday, which is hard to believe. I can't believe it's been a whole year. Went quickly. There were days where it seemed long. And there were days where it seemed quick. He played so hard with Lori's dog yesterday that he didn't want to get up for breakfast this morning, and that's a first for Leroy. Rick went and bought some annuals. Not exactly sure where he bought them, but he was out running one of his errands or on a way to a meeting and saw some flowers, so he stopped and bought them. Brought home a flat of different things and repotted them. I thought he got them to put in the mulch beds out front, you know, the gardens.
Oh, okay.
He said, it took me 3 weeks to get all the leaders from the holly bushes cut out of those things. He said, I'm not adding flowers to the match and have to weed that too. I came home and he had repotted them into all the different flower pots we had that all died off in the heat.
Oh, I was gonna say, he's planting kind of late, isn't he?
Well, that's why I was a little surprised he brought them. But he wanted to
But I bet he got a good deal.
He did. I think he paid $6 for the big flat.
Oh, yeah.
And he just wanted to get the dead ones out of the pot,
Yeah,
put some
put
fresh
a
ones
color.
in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was nice. And he worked so hard to take care of the yard that it is nice to have it look like somebody cares.
Yes. Definitely. Our garden, it's been a good garden year. Even though it was hot, I mean, we had to water and stuff, but oh my gosh, the tomatoes this year, so yummy. Oh, they are so good. I've made lots of sauce and put it up for the winter and got a lot done, a lot in the freezer. So I even think I have enough corn put up this year. Yes.
Oh man, that's the
Because
one
last
thing.
year I did not.
I did, when did I do corn? Not last year, year before?
I don't know.
No, it might be 2 years, because I don't think the girls were here that year I did corn. They weren't.
Okay.
I did it. I think I bought 2 or 3 dozen ears thinking I'd need that many. And then I bought this little device that you can strip the cobs into this big barrel by pushing down the cob through this little cutter. That was a disaster. Because, you know why? Because not every corn cob is the same size, right? So some of them just go right through the hole and into the bottom of the bucket and nothing comes off. And I'm thinking, well, that was worthless. Then I'm pulling the bucket open and pulling the corn cob. I thought, okay, I'm going back to my mom's old way of doing it. Just slice that corn off the cob and I don't care.
I know.
But, oh, and then I did share that. I did pass that bucket on because Linda, she said she thought she could make use of it. I said, good, then please do. 'Cause I can't get it to work for me.
Yeah. And we'll replant some things in the fall because we can redo lettuce and all the cold vegetables, and our potatoes are still doing good. And we do still have a lot going on out there, but.
Our neighbor's garden, she just has a small raised bed next to her shed.
I saw that.
And it's huge. I mean, she's got vines from her zucchini and whatever else she has, and going up the trellis, and she's got other stuff. I mean, I'm not sure what all of it is, but tomatoes. She's a cucumber person. Lots of cucumbers. Can't remember what all else she has, but she adds to it each year. I think she's added a few more. different things to her garden.
I hope we have a nice fall. I hope it's just a real pretty, just long, nice fall.
Mm-hmm.
That would be great. We set up our pool closing date. That's always sad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, to the best of my ability, I think I have that counted right. I am sad to report we have not had much of a crop of toads this year. I've only managed to collect about 5.
She fished a couple out of the pool.
I did. Those 2, I didn't collect them though. I left them in her garden.
Yeah, I'm always away and she'll text me, you know, just saved a toad. Just saved a toad from the pool. All right.
Jeff's going, leave it, leave it.
Oh gosh.
And I'm going, rip it. Leroy has found 3 of the 5 I have found. Only, I should say he found them. I played with them. And he's so cute. When he sees them hopping, of course, he hops back, and that's when I know something's moving. And then he gets down, then he puts his foot out. When his foot comes out, that's when I get nervous, because they've been the size of my thumbnail, and there's this big old paw coming down on him in the grass, and I'm thinking, no, not gonna last long.
Oh no.
And he's just excited by it and thinks it's a play toy, and I'm trying to save it. So we did manage those.
Oh man.
But I have only found one that's bigger than a nickel.
Well,
yep, just the little ones that have come out this year are the ones I found. I didn't find any.
Well, and for some reason you gave them to me, and they can go back over to your house.
Okay. I'll leave a trail of breadcrumbs.
Was it not last night, the night before? Yeah, because we went over to babysit Rhett, put him to bed while the kids were out. And so we got home and it was dark. Charlie jumps out of the truck and I see it right on the sidewalk. It didn't even move, and Charlie went right over it. And I'm like, it didn't move. Oh, good. Shoot. Oh my gosh.
Now, what does he do if he sees him?
I don't know what he'd do, honestly. That's why I was glad it didn't move.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was curious whether he would think it was fun or whether it would strike his prey drive.
I don't know. When Ellie was over, Logan and Bree's dog, there was a baby out and it was jumping on the sidewalk. Well, Ellie wanted to play with it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so they had to stop her from that. She wanted to get to it.
Yep.
I don't know what Charlie would do. He travels with us when we go away, so that's exciting. Right, buddy? Yeah, except for, well, he likes being in the truck, though. I think he likes car rides. He doesn't mind them. He just cuddles down in the back, and I let him come up on my lap sometimes and sit there for a little while. He's a big boy, so.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Remember that comment?
Just make her fatter.
Not sure it's not your comment. I don't think I did it wrong. I think I'm just miscounting here. Let's see. The problem is I'm trying to backtrack with the same color, and I had to skip some, and I'm just not sure I skipped appropriately.
Huh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Cut my thumb. I was making turkey tetrazzini yesterday, and ugh. Boo-boo.
Did you cook a whole turkey?
No, when I had cooked a whole turkey, I had leftovers. And I was just using those up.
Gotcha.
So.
I tried cooking, I bought some turkey legs, uncooked, in the poultry area one time.
Oh, okay.
Thinking, I really wanted turkey, and I like dark meat. I thought, rather than cook all turkey, why don't I just do those turkey legs?
Mm-hmm.
Not a good idea.
No?
No, because I didn't think about the fact that while they were smaller and there wasn't as much of it, my mind is going, oh, it won't take 4 hours. It's just 2 legs. No, I came to realize that it's the length of time you cook the turkey that makes it tender, not how much turkey you're cooking.
Wow.
It took almost 3.5 hours before I could chew the turkey legs.
Oh my word.
So I don't know if I don't know something about doing drumsticks, but they weren't as easy as just taking them off the turkey when it's already done. I'll go back to that. Oh, I think I found out what Okay, so what happens is if you don't mark off the line you already did, you're counting to the wrong place.
Aha.
There you go.
So you're good?
I think so. I think I'm on track.
Oh, sorry. Charlie gave up on his bone. Uh-oh.
Do this way.
How many different ways can you count it?
Well, let's see. I'm working on a section with 4 rows.
Gosh.
And have you ever counted, like, my mistakes often happen if I only count or double check using one stitch as a basis, because if that stitch happens to not be placed correctly, now everything's off. So I have had that happen. So now when I check things, I try to check it from more than one place because it's not always user-friendly to me. I like user-friendly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, see, there's no doubt in my mind, that's all correct. Yipper.
Really do have to make sure you pay attention though with all these little squiggly lines and stuff on this alphabet.
It's got these Scottish samplers, the filigree around those letters is incredible.
Yes, it's beautiful.
And it is, but it's all, and it's over 1, so it's very detailed when it's done. It's gorgeous.
Well, these are over 2.
Are you doing over 2?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I see. Is there any over 1 on that?
No.
Huh. Sure does look detailed, doesn't it?
Yeah. Should we do a giveaway?
Do you really want to give some away?
Yes, I do.
I do think that would be fun. And
I do.
I'm really happy because this actually does work.
Good.
Let's all be happy. Happy. Yeah, we've
Okay, let me hold on. Let me find a spot where I can
got some fun stitchy stuff to share with you.
Okay. I'm starting on my letter N. No. That is right. I did the O, so it will be no.
Isn't that funny how that's in the alphabet that way?
All right, so we were gifted some things from Fat Quarter Shop and we want to send them along to you. We have 2 different giveaways. We're going to do a stitching giveaway and then a quilting giveaway. So this one is called Hometown Neighborhood Topiary House, designed by Lori Holt, Bee in My Bonnet. And this is the first one for the stitching giveaway. It's super cute. And you can change the color of the house too if you wanted to. Oh, and then I thought if you didn't want to do the words, you can move this up right under the grass, which would be really cute. But the saying is very pretty. It says, a house is made with walls and beams. A home is built with love and dreams. So that one and this one, Won't You Be My Honeybee, is your, is the stitchy giveaway.
It looks so summery.
Yeah. So how about if you just say the word stitch in the comment? Is that okay for that one?
That's great.
All right. And then for the quilty giveaway, this one's beautiful. It's called Hometown Holiday Sampler. And it looks like it is a stitching giveaway, but it's a quilt. Beautiful. And along with that, you get the quilted snowman. So if you start it soon, you'll have it ready for winter.
That one's adorable.
Yeah. And a couple little ones here. You have a little one called On the Boardwalk. This one, I like this one, Ritsy Bitsy Babies. If anybody wants to stitch me that green one down there. That's beautiful. Oh, and this one, Family Reunion. I like these colors. So if you are into quilting, how about if you just use the word quilt in your comment? So the two words are stitch and quilt. And just please be a subscriber, and then on our next video, we will announce the winners. And thank you very much, Fat Quarter Shop, for passing those along to us.
Yes.
And some other fun stuff that we'll show next time.
And if you're a new stitcher or new to our channel, go out and check out Fat Quarter Shop's website. They have patterns and interests, all ranges, and it's an easy site to look through.
Navigate. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I did some work on my my floor piece, my montage. Liz was here when we got to stitch the other day, and I finally finished. I needed to put Hank on it, like finish the barn and put Hank on there, and I was going to stitch him over one, and he's mostly white, so I was putting it off. But I finally got it done. I sent Liz the text the other day. I'm like, woo, finished. So now I feel like I can move on to my next section.
And it's really funny because until she did that and put Hank on there, I didn't realize how much Charlie and Hank look alike.
Yes.
And that is not a slam on her stitching. That is like, I never saw a photo and looked at the two of them together because their colors are so similar.
They are.
They both have spots and patches of brown against this creamy white background.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
In fact, I think it was on Instagram. I forget. I had a picture of Charlie in the grass and then Hank was in the background. And a couple people were like, so did you buy your dog to match your cow?
Yes, we did.
Oh, gosh. But yeah, he looks like a small Hank.
He does.
And we had some friends over the other day, and they have 3 little girls, and Red had so much fun playing with the kids. And they had never seen Hank up close before, and Charlie was out with them. And one of the little girls even said that, you know, like, she said, Charlie, you look like Hank.
It just takes me a while to pick up on things, I guess.
Oh. It's cute too because the other day Matt let the baby out, so now we have them all together, and it was cute when she finally, when she got up close to Hank, and it was like, oh, hi.
You're much bigger in person. Did you say her name was
Cece?
Cece. Okay. That's the name of the dragon in the Disney, animated Disney, Raya, I think this.
Oh, okay.
Her dragon is Cece.
Oh.
I don't know if you spell it the same, but that's how it's pronounced.
And why? I don't know, other than we've only given C names to Clementine and her kids so far.
Okay.
So I'm just sticking with the C's.
There you go. That makes sense.
Although if it was a bull, Matt was going to name him Brutus.
Brutus.
He wants a bull named Brutus.
Brutus, how funny. Oh gosh, that's comical. Yeah, I was disappointed you guys didn't get a guy. You were hoping for one, right?
Yeah.
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 It's funny you're getting all girls.
All girls so far. Yeah.
And your grandkids are going to be all boys. You might have to take a calf to your nursery.
I might have to.
Might.
Yeah, I might. We'll probably have all boys and then one day get one girl. And
yes.
she'll have all these boys around her to protect her and keep her safe. And
what's the balance of granddaughters and grandsons in Mimi's world?
Grandsons, definitely.
Yeah, but like, how many granddaughters are there actually? 3?
4. That's
4.
it. That's it.
Okay.
Yep, 4. Yep.
And there's what, 8?
9.
9
boys.
Wow, that's better than 50%, or less than 50%.
And then Matt was the oldest of all boys, so 5 boys in his family.
Yep.
And Matt's dad, just boys, him and his brother. So, yeah.
Oh, I didn't tell you, Kelsey went to Hershey Park this week.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, good week to go.
Her cousins invited her. Yeah, they actually ended up there on a day that wasn't drop dead hot.
Yes.
I don't think they stayed, like, they were gone a while, but I don't know how long they were actually in the park. But she was describing the roller coasters, and man, there's so many more now than 30 years ago. But
does she like roller coasters?
They do, but she did say they got to the point where she didn't want to do any more drops. So I guess that's her scary part, I guess. For me, I don't know if it's the drop. I've only been on a few that have a really significant drop, maybe 3 times in my life. The rest of them, you start out with a drop, but not one of those sky high drops. And then the loops were the thing when I was young, like being able to go upside down. So those were the ones I went to, were the ones that had the big loops.
Okay.
Hershey has those too.
Yeah.
I remember Knobel's wooden one. I went on that one. That was like one of the oldest ones in a certain geographic area. I forget how many there are still like that, but it was fun. But it is rough. I thought...
See, I love roller coasters, but those ones that beat you up.
Yeah, the turns are so fast and sharp that you're on one side of it, then you're on the other side of it, then you're on the other side of it, and...
Or like, even where it has like your head part, if it's really, really rough, and your head's just going back and forth, that's not fun.
Yeah, now see, I haven't been on the ones that go all the way up around you like that. The ones I rode on were the shorter bench roller coaster seats. And that's why I say I think I was on the older ones, because the newer ones I think are all, they kind of have little cages in the seats, right?
Yeah, but like I said, sometimes they're still rough where it just kind of hurts.
Yep.
Yeah, so I like those real smooth, fun ones. Oh my goodness. Hershey Park has their newest one, a Candiporium or something about candy.
Yeah, Kelsey was trying to remember to say the name too and couldn't.
Yeah, that is fun.
Okay.
Man, that first drop is so much fun. And that's what gets me, because I can't breathe during that. Like whenever that feeling happens.
Your stomach's up here. Yes.
I just can't breathe, but it's so much fun.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, that's an adrenaline rush for sure.
And of course, that's where they take the picture of you too.
Oh, yeah.
They're always so funny. Oh my goodness, to see your face.
Kelsey had a funny face. Her cousins, on the same ride, one of them, I mean, I'd have put that picture on a t-shirt. It was so funny of her cousin's face. And then it was almost like a combination of disinterest and horror all at once. Like, she looked exhausted and tired of the whole thing and absolutely petrified all at once. And then Kelsey's look was just, oh my gosh. And her other cousin had her eyes closed. So
yes,
we couldn't see what she was really thinking.
Some people are so good. They know where the camera is and they'll do like the wave right at it. Or,
yes.
Oh, not me. Yeah.
So we're hoping maybe after, with this break in the heat, we get the cars and people where they need to be and have a little breathing room. We're hoping to maybe go back up to Wild Safari Park. Take the twins on a weekend or whenever we have a car to use that other people can get where they need to go. And it's a Wild Safari Park is a little place. I'm sure I talked about it when we went the first time with the twins, but and the big girls. It's a very minimal entrance fee. They've got giraffe that you can feed. They've got little buildings for the reptiles and some other animals. They have a sloth. They have a petting zoo area, and they have a little food court. And I was really impressed that the prices, they weren't making money off of it. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
It was a very reasonable.
Well, that's nice.
It was. I'm sold on it. And there is a lake there too if you want to go around and go to the lake. It's Tobias. Lake Tobias.
Yeah.
So I want to do that. And that's an easy trip on a weekend. It's day trip. So
yeah.
Sadly, it's just not going to happen in the middle of the summer. But with this weather, I wouldn't have wanted to be there overheating all day anyway. So
now, can you take your scooter to something like that and get around? Okay.
Last time we went, we took a wheelchair because I knew I wouldn't be able to walk the whole time. But it was all gravel and sand, and poor Rick was really having a hard time.
Yeah.
We discovered they have golf carts.
Oh.
And they drive all over, giving you a lift from one part of the park to the other if you can't maneuver. So, and they'll take the whole clan.
Wow.
Yeah, you just have to tap somebody with a uniform on the shoulder. They radio to the next person around that has one, and they come and get you.
That's so sweet.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether we'd take my scooter that comes apart and I could use it there, or if we'd just use my canes and the golf carts. I'm thinking the scooter wouldn't be a bad idea for when we're down in the park area. Now, if we want to go up the hill to they have some more natural animal enclosures up there.
Okay.
The bigger animals. So if we wanted to go up that way, I think that's when we could maybe leave the scooter, take the tram, but I don't know. I have to look again. When we went to Knoebels, I did get a scooter there. I actually rented one while we were there, and I drove that around. But Knoebels, I remembered it being hard dirt.
Yeah.
And it's now blacktopped.
Oh, really?
The whole thing is blacktopped. So that was easy to get around on a scooter.
Okay.
And that may be why they did it. You know, make it a little easier. It was fun. Those are both really nice parks.
Yeah, they are.
And they have areas that are shaded too, which is really the nice thing. Some of these large amusement parks have a hard time.
I know.
Just don't provide you with much of a break.
I have a little knot in my thread, but
I keep hearing it.
Well, it's not coming out and I'm not cutting it. I'm not going to stitch up to it.
There's nothing worse. So Deb's been listening to my progress on my craft room. I spent the last couple of weeks cleaning it, and then I'm going through it a bin at a time, and we are going to, well, let's say after stitching for, 52 years.
Huh. You started when you were 2?
12. But that's nice of you. Very nice of you.
Should have just said, yep.
And so anyway, you collect a lot. And with grandkids, they would come and spend the weekends, the older two, and they always liked doing crafts. So I would collect other things too that we could have little hands doing. And it's time now to weed that stuff out.
I've done some work in mine too.
Yes, you have.
We got a piece of furniture in there. We'll have to show you at some point. And I'm going through my fabric and getting rid of the stuff that I know I'm not going to use, or, you know, just
things we picked up or got along the way.
Yeah.
And Deb had, well, the furniture she's talking about, it's really pretty, and she refinishes furniture in a really pretty way.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. And one corner cabinet she has is going to become my second sort of curio cabinet. I'm out of room. I can't put my smalls anywhere to show them. And I did discover in cleaning out some of the bins, I have a lot more smalls than I thought I did.
I bet.
I've been tucking them away in bins when I like change out my pillows for the season or do stuff like that. And it's like, oh, forgot about that.
Wow.
And then I discovered my, you know, my finished pieces that aren't framed or finished. I forgot about all those pieces. And I'm thinking of taking the one piece. It was a cross-eyed cricket pattern. Remember the one that says something about why is it when I start something, it's a needlework saying, and remember I finished it by tucking the needle in with the thread still hanging on it?
Oh, yes.
That's exactly the size of the cabinet with the drawers in it, that you put the stitch every day piece on the top of.
Oh, well, there you go.
And I'm thinking of putting that in there.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really pretty.
Very cool.
So I found that, and I was looking at the other ones, and I thought, I bet you we could do some things with some of these. So I may put that on the top of my little cabinet.
Okay. Oh, and I got a piece framed.
Yes, you
the
did.
All Creatures Great and Small that I had finished stitching. I got it back in the framer, and it's so pretty. We'll have to share that on the next video. I have it hanging up in the nursery, but it turned out really, really cute.
It is beautiful. Oh, we really ought to do a little video just on that piece, where you walk through the changes you made in each band and section, because you did a lot of stitch substitutions.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You don't remember. That's because you do it to all of them. Yes, and it's gorgeous. I think it would be, that would be fun for, because people always ask you, and you do get a chance to share some of it, but I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
There's an assignment for you. And while I was going through the things I was going through, I'm sitting there. So one of the bins I pulled out and went through was the bin of collected crafts for kids. You know,
okay.
Like buttons they might want to make jewelry out of, or, I mean, I can't even explain all the reasons why I kept most of what I kept. So I'm going through it and I'm doing this test, you know. How long till I use one of those?
Uh-huh.
How long since I used one of those?
Uh-huh.
Do I even know what's inside of that? Or behind one of those? And if I ask those three questions and I can't answer it, it's like in the trash.
Good girl.
Thank you. I knew you'd be proud
Girl,
of me.
I am proud of you. Good job.
Oh, so last time we were together, we were talking about using things in a different way, and an early stitcher and investments, and how I used my Oreo trays for threads.
Yes.
So I'm at the Dollar Tree the other day, and our Dollar Tree is $1.25 like everybody else's, but now it's really anywhere from $1 to $30 depending on what aisle you're in, because they've added
30?
Yeah, they've added this section in there where you can pretty much retail shop in those two aisles.
Oh my.
It may not go all the way up to 30, but I know
Gosh, I know they had a $5 section, but
yeah,
geez.
they have a sign on it. It actually reads now 3 and up, 5 and up. I think is the way it's worded.
Got to pay attention to the and up.
Yes. And it sort of is like Zoom, you know, Zoom you. Used to be $1, now it's not.
Yeah.
But I was in there and I saw these and I thought, you know, I actually like these better than some of the mixed green bins I used to save.
Oh, jeez.
And that's what I was reminded of, because as I'm taking things out, I'm finding the bins I used to keep them
I
in.
bet.
And one,
Yeah.
I buy already clean mixed greens in little clear plastic bins in the produce section. And as I was throwing those away, I always rinse them before we go in the recycle. My husband's kind of a stickler about that. So I rinse the bins before I throw them in the recycling bin. And I'm looking at this one that I had, I think it had beads in it. And I remembered that when I got them, I was able to put my fabric in and stack them. And that's what I used those mixed green ones for. And I could stack them on the shelf. So when I'm in Dollar General, I saw these. Now, the colors, yeah, might leave a little to be desired. Purple, sort of a blue-green, and a salmon pink.
Not clear, huh?
No. Well, you can see through them, but you will always get them in a color. Nope, not one of them was clear. But look at this. I mean, it's really a nice little bin with a closer on it. You can't spill it if you close it. And you could stack these up with projects in them. Everything you need for a project. If you don't have project bags or a system,
True.
you can put a little label right on there with the name of your piece and put them on top of your closet.
Especially for certain projects where you have a lot of extra things like beads, you know, where you might want a lot of different things with it. Yeah, cute.
So anyway, and you know, a little project like this, everything you do, including your pattern, everything will fit. So anyway, I thought those were cool. That one's yours, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Go put beads.
Put beads in it.
Go put beads in it, yeah. Well, I was thinking too, on your trips to the mountains or up to the Finger Lakes, I was thinking just to put something in it for the car. You can slip that under the seat. You can throw it in the back.
Yeah.
At least it shuts, you know.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if somebody spills something.
I was just thinking that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yep.
I need to get some finishing work done too. I didn't realize how many pieces, not including the ones that are in my rolls that are like frameable pieces, but just how many pieces of smalls I've done that are stacked up in my to finish bin. So I've got 2 strawberries. I stitched the one from the retreat that we didn't go to, the Jamboree. Do you remember Sandy got the kits from that, and Sarah was kind enough to give me a set of them when we were shopping. I did the Erica Michael strawberry, stitched it a long time ago. I totally forgot I hadn't put it together yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's there. And then the strawberry from Erica Michael's, not the Jamboree, but the coffee or chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
I have that one done.
Yeah.
So I was looking at all these little pieces sitting there and thinking,
A whole bunch of strawberries.
I need to get hit with one of those finishing days.
I know. Yeah.
You can get them done.
I gotta get my sampler that I finished framed. I think I'll just have Matt make me one.
Yeah. When I was looking for the Scottish sampler, the Sinclair pattern you showed, or happened to be stitching on, I might add, I ran across some other pieces that were tucked away. And I thought, oh, shoot, forgot about that one.
I know.
I think this is going to sound silly, but I think that when I'm finished within the next month in the craft room, I'm gonna feel really energized because I'm gonna have what I really want to work on still there.
Mm-hmm.
It's different when you have so much sitting around that it becomes a little too much to process. It's like, wow, I don't know where to start.
Mm-hmm.
This way I will have prioritized them a little bit. It should be a lot of fun to dig around.
Yeah. Well, my dear,
You should probably wrap it up, huh?
I think so.
We have a kind of a busy afternoon.
I think so. Really doesn't look like I did very much, but I did take this stitch along the top all this way, and then I'm just starting my letter N next to the O, which is a good place to put it.
It fits. 2 stitches and I...
Do I have to put the alphabet in order?
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
Word scramble.
You know, we
All
always
right.
talk about stitching it yours and personalizing it, making it yours. Can you imagine how fun that would be? Now, you know the Christmas one that I'm doing, the Quaker Christmas by
Oh,
Bygone Days.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
That alphabet is
Well, that's
on
kind
that
of
whole
all
sampler.
over.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. It is done by other people in
Yeah.
different ways, but that one doesn't look like it's out of order because it's intentional. But imagine if it was just the letters in a band.
I know, and
all
you know what
put
would
on
be fun?
in any
Do
order
it
you want.
backwards.
Yeah, that would be
would
fun
be
too.
fun.
Would be really fun.
I saw someone was reading something the other day, and it said, what was her hidden talent? She said, I can say the alphabet backwards.
Yes. And then there's another one, not just hidden talent. Now the other question is, what's your superpower?
Oh.
And that's another one I've heard said, and not in the stitching world, in the young people world. What's your superpower? And it's like, oh yeah, that would be a good superpower. There was a man that came to our college when I was a freshman, and it didn't matter what word you gave him, how fast you gave him a string of words, he could take all the letters and alphabetize them.
Ooh.
And if there were 3 O's, he knew it, and you got O, P, P. I mean,
Wow.
unbelievable. And his whole shtick was memorization.
Wow.
Training your mind
Yeah.
to grasp it, file it, retain it, which was very helpful when you're a student learning how to process information. But he took it to a level I had never seen. It was crazy.
That is amazing. Wow.
Yep. The fun ones were like he'd go, give me a hard word like floor.
Floor.
It is alphabetical already. So it's like, oh, that's funny, yeah. But I mean, and there's a lot of words that you don't think about because you don't think about the order of your letters.
No.
So, it was fun. So here's
That's cool.
my little girl, and she's Bobbin is coming along. I got her. I guess it'd be safe to say midsection done from where I was.
She's cute.
I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see her.
She's cute.
Yeah. There's not a lot there. I mean, she's not that big. It won't be long till her legs are there, and
Her pink little tail.
yeah, and that's like because the tails. Yeah, that is all that's left. Are her legs just folded up under her?
Are you gonna do the little? What are these? Cherries? Or?
Those are some berries there. I probably will because they go nicely within the needle and tail there. I'll probably put those on.
Bless you.
You know what? I'm thinking pomegranates, right? Isn't that what that is?
Okay. Probably.
She has a basket of pomegranates as like a pincushion next to her. And I'm guessing those are kind of taken from there, but they could be apples too.
An apple basket. Try.
You know, I've never seen a pomegranate leaf. So
Oh yeah, me neither.
so maybe these are,
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to look that up. Charlie, do you want to say hi?
Inquiring minds.
Come. Charlie, come. Come here. Up. Come. You want to say hi?
Show your pretty little face. Show your Hank face. Show your Hank face. I know I love you too. I do.
Say hi, everybody. buddy. Hi, buddy. Thank you.
His nose is wet most of the time, but it's warm. He has a warm nose. Leroy's, most of the time he comes up, touches you, and you're like, zoom. Yeah, because it's so cold, but not.
Look, he's like, I am tired.
Yeah, not. It was too exhausting to say hello.
Yes, he's a lazy dog. Yes, you are. All right, well, hopefully we will see you soon.
Yes.
Enjoy your summer, and
if you're in the back to school mode, I hope it goes well for all of you and all of our new viewers and all of our longtime viewers. Thank you very much for getting through this little break with us, and we'll be back before long.
Yep, show you lots of goodies.
And as always,
share the joy of needlework. See ya.
Bye-bye.